Hey everyone, TimaeuSS here. Welcome to another Artery Gear video. So this is going to be about the PvP part of the game. So originally I didn't want to make videos about PvP because for the Steam server the PvP rewards weren't that great. So you didn't really have to fight very hard to be at the top, and even if you're near the top, the rewards are pretty much the same. Refreshing costs 100 for 5 attempts, so it's not really worth. However, things are a bit different on the JP server. The rewards are much greater at the top if you reach that score cap, and it may be worth to focus a bit on PvP to score a bit higher. And yeah, I'm just going to show you some of the tips or tricks from the PvP side of things, and hopefully that'll help you on your climb. So first of all, make sure you set up proper defense. So if you don't set up proper defense, your team is just going to crumble. It's going to be empty, or it's going to have 1 unit, and you're free food for everyone. A lot of the things that the players did on CN was actually just set up fodder as defense so that they can beat others, because they didn't really care about placing high. I think eventually you can do that for JP as well once you reach the threshold, but at this moment I think just trying to climb to the top, yeah, it's definitely worth the weekly rewards because it is a bit more than the CN server. And another thing is, I think the easiest way for new players to climb is to run a cleave team. So for the cleave team, you really want to, fight for the top speed. So the maximum speed roll for a gear is 15. And those are still, you still have decimal places that get rounded up and down. So you can have, I think the maximum speed is for Timmy. So we often use Timmy because Timmy is a unit that is insane in terms of base speed, one of the highest base speed, 119, and she is a action bar pusher. So her third skill gives a max level 30% action bar boost. So basically, the fastest unit, Timmy, goes first. You push the rest of the team, and you go from there to gain initiative. Because sometimes if you cleave, you just kill the enemy team, and that's it. But yeah, going back to it. Maximum speed, Timmy should be at 260, 261, 262, I think is the absolute best if you roll all the highest decimal places. And then for Alice, it's 252, 253. So you can see here I have plus 15 on 4 pieces and 1 plus 14. I do know my decimal places didn't roll the highest, even though you can't see. That's why I'm at 251. If you rolled everything optimally, probably be at 252, or if this was 15, this could be 252 as well, or 253. And of course you want speed boots. This has worked so far, but right now I'm having a bit more difficulty cleaving through. So 2 things I can change. So the basis of the cleave team is very important. Honestly, when you're starting out, you just need 2 units. 1 Alice that is faster than your opponent, and 1 Cleaver, your fodder farmer, which in my case was Grace. Of course, you can use 0-4 if you want to, but Grace is better because water is very common, and 0-4 is fire, so fire against water you're gonna lose. Or you can use the upgrade Ruri. So Ruri gains an extra turn, so her damage output and her scalability is always going to be stronger than Grace. But she scales better late game. But is also more difficult to build early game. Not only does she require some more investment with purple skill books, she's also a lot more hungry stat wise. If I were to equip Grace's kit on her, she would not hit 100% crit rate. That's simply due to the fact that Grace has a built-in passive which gives herself 50% crit rate and resistance, whereas for Ruri, it's not really there, but she does get a very nice crit rate imprint. So later on, she from imprint alone gets 14.7%, which is huge in my opinion. But yeah, just not at the moment. I will be working towards Ruri, and I do believe I have the fodder to, yeah, I do have the fodder to make her 5-star. So I may do that, depending if I need to make anything 5-star for the raid. Yeah, so the basis is Alice and your Cleaver, let's say Grace or Ruri. And then to upgrade it further, because the base speed, so let's say Alice at the moment is 251, Timmy, with the same equipment that Alice has, will be 259. So you can see that this is quite a big difference. So I need to work out, you know, if Timmy is 260, what should my speed for my Alice be? And I believe you can achieve that. Let me just quickly look through my previous notes. Yeah, Alice 205. 220, 205? I think 205 or 220. So between that range, 220, 205. And then if you reach that range, then there's no way other players can cut in. Or sorry, other units can cut in until we, of course, get UE. So I may try that because I'm getting outsped right now, and I'll show you what's going on in there. And then I'm going to have Ruri upgraded so that she can cleave through most things. But yeah, that's pretty much the initial meta. It's just cleave, cleave, cleave. You see that everyone's defense against cleave. So basically this is the setup that you'll be fighting a lot. And then everyone's going to have... So this one is a bruiser. So we are going to slowly move towards bruisers, where, you know, units are super tanky, but bruisers will lose to cleaves if a Ruri is built until later on. So yeah, so I'm gonna challenge this. Hopefully the Timmy is not faster than my Alice. If so, then this will be a poor showcase, but I will show you a very cool technique that you can do so the Timmy is faster, unfortunately. And I think that'll be the end of the run unless Melvis misses. Oh, that's fine. Oh, never mind, she gets to go twice. So, oh, actually, we're still okay. So we can just run this on auto. Unless, oh, sorry, there is a trick that you can use for especially newer players to kind of abuse the system. Oh, don't go for my... Okay, so I still lost, unfortunately. Because I do have a fourth unit that's not really doing anything, so I will invest in my Ruri just so that I am going to be... Ooh, maybe I still win. Maybe not. Oh. Oh, one turn short. Ooh, that was close. But yeah, like I've said, I will be building Ruri and switching to Timmy just so that I don't lose. You can see that it's working out perfectly for me initially with 88% win rate, but it's just going to get harder right now. Oh, so one thing I wanted to show trick-wise is if you refresh, oh, and make sure you're in this tab, by the way. This is fighting players, this is training mode, which you don't get rewards and stuff, so don't do that. Make sure you're in the right real player fighting mode, but if you hit refresh, this unit usually... the first player among the four usually is a player that is not real, so it's an AI. So if you challenge that, you can also see that, you know, they don't have a speed cleave team, they have some random teams, and they don't have a guild. So you can see our guild is obviously Discord, but they don't have a guild. Whereas if you check the other players, the second, yeah, so this is a guild, this is a guild, so everyone has a guild except the first player. So if you have time, you can technically refresh and just always fight the first player with your cleave team, if you want, of course. So it's pretty simple, you can just cleave through. But yeah, that's a cool trick that is on the JP server that people can use or abuse to gain an advantage. So yeah, basically what the cleave looks like is, you know, you push and you cleave and that's it. So Cyrus and the Ashura didn't even need to be there. I only needed 2 players on the team. And yeah, you get your points, you get your rating increase, and as long as you're top 100 keeping up with the top players, you'll be able to get the maximum reward. So that is my video for PvP. Hopefully you learned some tips and tricks. And if you have any suggestions, do let me know in the video. And I'll hopefully see you guys in the next video. So I think this video will be released a day after, or on the same day as the raid, depending on our time zone. And then after that, I'll have the full translated story for Cream's event available, so you can enjoy that with English subs. I did have to pay someone to do it, so I'm hoping to obviously hear some good feedback regarding that, and if it's good, I'll keep paying the person to translate the rest of the story for the main story and the upcoming events. I think story is definitely one of the strong points for the game, and I do enjoy this game a lot, so I hope to share that with you. Anyhow, that's the end of the video, and I hope to catch you guys in the next one.